Okay, so apparently Mahoney took notice every time her and Justine get one of their subscription boxes in the mail. I'm always right there, very keen to look over their shoulder and excited, thrilled to see, what they're going to get in their box. They both had these subscription box services since Christmas, and yeah, I have to admit I've been a little jealous. But the other week was my birthday, and so Mahoney decided to sign me up for something. And what she chose was a subscription service called BattlBox, which is a survivalist theme mystery box type service. And when you sign up for BattlBox, if you get a certain period of subscription, you're going to receive not only your box for the month, but also a kind of a welcoming box, which is a box from a previous month that they've decided to use for all new clients that are subscribing, right? So this is actually their box for May 2018, the new box. This is their welcome box to me. So let's open it up and check out what BattlBox is about. Like most of these subscription boxes, they include a postcard that lists all of the items that you're going to be receiving in the box. Now with BattlBox, they have different levels, right? So they have a basic box for like $25 a month. They have an advanced box for $50. They have a Pro box for $100 and a Pro Plus for $150. And the Pro Plus is basically an inclusion in their Knife of the Month club. You're going to get some kind of bladed instrument every month if you're in the Pro Plus. Now, Mahoney chose for me the Advanced, which I think is a smart move, because you get all the cool gadgets from the basic box, and then you get a couple of little, upper level items. But I don't need a knife every month or something like that, right? So I think the Advanced is going to work for me. And this was December 2017's box that they're now using as their welcoming box. And on the back of the postcard, you get a sit rep, a situational report. What is the theme of this box, and what are the items in it, how to use them, this kind of a thing. So the theme of this particular box is 72-hour bug out bag. And let's see what they include in that. So if you're going to just run out the door, emergency survival, 72 hours, who knows what's gone down, what are you gonna need? They give you the Mini Inferno by the Mini Inferno All-Weather Fire, and I believe this is made by David Canterbury's company. And what it is just it's a kind of a fire starter. It's these pads that have been soaked in, I don't know what they soak them in there to make a nice little fire starter wafer, and apparently you just kind of rough up one edge, throw a spark on there, and this thing's going to burn for a while, like an Inferno. The Mini Inferno. It's going to burn for a while and be a good fire starter. So this I'm probably going to bring up into the mountains with me this summer. I always lead an expedition up to Chief Mountain with a group overnight in the backcountry, and so I think I'll bring this up there to test, do my product test up there live. So the Mini Inferno. Along with that, you get a Poly Striker, ferrocerium rod, ultra light fire starter, and yeah, it's just a basic fire starting rod. It has the striker embedded into the handle of it, and it's linked to the lanyard so you don't lose it. So you got your striker and your rod, and yeah, you can use that to throw a spark onto your Mini Inferno, get your fire started while you're experiencing your 72 hours of whatever the emergency is. You might need to eat too, so they throw you some Louisiana red beans and rice. Good high carb energy. And of course these are Backpacker's Pantry. I use these all the time, have for forever. They're nice pouches that you can cook. You can actually cook the food in there if you want to use it all at once, or you can use it a piece at a time, and it's got Ziploc, you know, to keep the rest of it fresh for later, right? So some food on your expedition. What else? What else? This is a little Tact Survival Frog Bivy Emergency Sleeping Bag. So, probably not something that I would pack. I mean, this is one of those foil survival blankets, but it's actually made into a pouch, right? So it's a bivy bag. It's a sleeping bag. Probably be pretty good at, you know, reflecting your body heat and keeping things warm if you didn't have anything else, right? But since I typically pack a sleeping bag with me to the backcountry and stuff, I wouldn't probably have any use for this. Might make, I mean, the theme is a bug out bag, so you might make use of it if you were producing a really tight, compact bug out bag that wasn't going to have at least a wool blanket or something in there. I don't know why you would do that, but or maybe something you throw in the car for some emergency when car breaks down on Duck Lake Road in northern Montana, and you know nobody's coming to get you. That actually sounds like maybe a good use. Put it in your survival pack in your car, you know. All right, and then up from that, they give you the water drop water filter, and this is actually pretty cool. The way that this works, there's 5 of them in here, 5 water filters, and they're these kind of bladder pack basically. But within that bladder pack, there's some crystals, some like sports energy drink type crystals, like Gatorade type crystals in there, and you just take that pack and you throw it into a water source. Could be a mud puddle, could be a pond, could be a creek, you know, whatever you got available for water source, and you're not trusting it, you know, you want it filtered. You can take one of these bladders, which come, you know, tight, sealed together, and then you throw it into the water, and it expands, and as it expands, it draws in the water and filters it, you know, and mixes it with their electrolyte mix that's in there to flavor it. And you know, you got to leave it a couple of hours, my understanding is. So that's kind of a long time. It's the kind of thing that you could only use if you were based out. You're like, okay, I'm camping here, got this water source that's gross, I'm going to throw this in there, take a nap, you know, set up camp and take a nap, and then I'm going to have water later, right? Probably several hours later, from what I understand. But anyway, you come out, once it's sucked in all the water and filled itself up, you've got a bladder pouch, and they've got straws in there, and you just pop it like a Capri Sun into the bladder pouch and drink it. And it's kind of a cool gadget. Like, I will probably pack one with me when I go into the mountains. I usually am able to find clean water sources. I might even just test this out at the pond. Test it out at the pond and see if it stops me from getting giardia. Just as a product review. Alright, what else we got in here? This little box here, we've got a really nifty Primal Gear, or BattlBox, sorry, BattlBox Cree flashlight, right? And it doesn't come with the AA battery, but I happen to have one, so we can test this sucker out. Takes one AA. We'll see how this how this flashlight does compared to my usual mini flashlight. Alright, clicks on. That's not a bad beam. And let's see, I understand you can narrow and widen this beam, but I'm not seeing that happening for me. It's just kind of staying the same. What it is what it is. Alright, so still a little light, still a little beam. That's cool. Nice little flashlight. Strong, not as strong as my current little mini mag, but it's extra little light, you know, to have somewhere around where you might need it. In your in your in your bug out bag. All right, so the last thing in here, I think, yeah, this is the last thing. This is a nice little kit. This is a kind of a cooking kit in a bag, all self-contained. So you have a thermos, right? Water, what have you. Got a thermos, and you got a camp cup with a lid, right? So you can take some of your red beans and rice, throw them in the cup, throw some water in there, put the lid on, let it sit for 15 minutes, and you got red beans and rice. What's also cool is that it comes with this doohickey. I forget what these are even called, but what you do with this, close up your cup handles, hook this up like this, yeah, cool. And you can hang this, you know, from a tripod over your fire for your cooking. And you can still fit the lid on and all that kind of jazz. So that is the welcoming box for BattlBox. That's not a bad welcome, hey? I think that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool bunch of stuff, you know. And like most of these subscription box type things, probably not stuff I would have bought myself. I mean, save for the red beans and rice, for sure, I would have bought some of that. But this other stuff I might not try without the subscription box membership. So let me put this stuff away, and we will move on to this month's BattlBox, May 2018. Alright, so got that one put away. Let's check out May May 2018. Postcard, all the stuff that's supposed to be included, and this month's theme is Repair Anything. Repair in a pinch is the sit rep. So this is going to be all stuff for repairing things, eh? Alright, check out what's in there. We got Aqua Seal shoe repair. So some kind of gummy thing that that you can permanently bond soles, repair rams, build toe caps, build heels, dries to a solid rubber that won't crack or peel over time. So if you've worn out a heel or something, or you got some area of your shoe that incorporates rubber that needs to be repaired, this is the goo that you put on there, and it'll seal it up. Alright, what's next? Tenacious tape. Better than duct tape. So this is a tape that you can use to repair tents and tarps, mesh screens, bags and packs, sleeping bags, sleeping pads, low PSI inflatables, pontoon boats, waders, gaiters, down jackets, ski pants, rubber boots, boat covers, etc., etc. Yeah, so Gear Aid, clear repair tape. You go on. I'll spray you with the water. So he has hormones. It's mating time. Also from Gear Aid, they have a field repair kit in the box. Now this kit includes some seam grip, some tenacious tape, some more of this tenacious tape, a couple of pieces of it, an application brush, and a field repair guide. And this is for repairing sleeping pads, inflatable mattresses, boots and shoes, tents, tarps, bivy sacks, bottles, etc. So yeah, vinyl, rubber, nylon, canvas, technical fabrics, all around little repair kit. What else? Fix and Zip. This is a replacement zipper slider that if you get a broken zipper, your zipper isn't linking together and working right, apparently, you can hook this sucker up and fix your zipper. Now I'm going to test this out pretty quick here because I happen to have a jacket with a zipper that's busted. So you go on. So yeah, I'm going to give that a try, see if it works. If it actually works, then I'll have another rain jacket that I wasn't able to use for the last year or so. Or what else? This is cool stuff. Fiberfix repair wrap. I seen a video about how to use this stuff, and it's pretty hardcore. Like, you can use this to repair like fiberglass handles on shovels and stuff like that that's broken and splintered off. You know, you can wrap it with this, tent poles, you know, hoses. It's one of these kind of, it's like a gauze wrap, but it's got this gluey stuff on it, and so you soak it in water and then you wrap it, whatever you're going to wrap, and you got to use it all because it's, you know, once it dries it's done, you know. So you use the whole wrap in one repair. But another cool thing to try out. I'm sure I'll find something along in the summer to try that out with. We have also a microcord dispenser, 125 feet of 100-pound test microcord with a dispenser, and that dispenser has a little cutter on it, and you can reload it, right? So you can continue to use this dispenser. But yeah, it has a nice little cutter on it, and just anything that you might use cordage for, right? Around whatever you're doing. Of course, anytime you're doing camping and stuff or anything like that, you're going to need cordage. I needed some to tie up a baby raccoon just last night. I could have used this. So yeah, nice little dispenser that can be reloaded, keeps your cordage, you know, all tight and contained, and it allows you to use it easily. Cool. Right on. Okay, I also have in here Vigilant Trails Survival Sewing Kit. And I saw a video about this sewing kit, and it looked pretty cool. So I'm going to open this one up, I think, and show you some of the contents in it, because it's a no-nonsense little sewing kit, you know. I've seen lots of little sewing repair package kits in my life. It's nice to have always nice to have a little tin pack to begin with. But in here I've got spools of thread, I've got replacement buttons, I've got a couple of zip ties. Okay, zip ties are always handy. I've got an awl with several different types of needles. Okay, so you can sew through leather and other, you know, thick fabrics and that kind of thing. So an awl, a thimble, some pins, a pair of folding scissors, and a big selection of needles to use. So, you know, yeah, in my opinion, this is a cool little sewing kit. Again, like, I would have probably never bought it myself, but now that I have it, I think it's neat. So there's that. Last item is the Stronghold Haywire Clamper. And so what this is used for is wrapping anything that you might want to wrap tight with wire. You know, if you had to make a stone axe or something like that and you had to lash stone to wood, you could wrap it and tighten it with this wire and this clamp, right? Stuff like that. Anything you want to just wrap really tight with wire and cinch it tight and have it, you know, be a makeshift tool. This is your thing, right? So this is all this gear here is valued at $92.79 according to the BattlBox guys. Price for the subscription is $49.99, so you're getting more than you pay for, and it's always just neat to get different stuff. So looking at some of the other, like, I'll probably do another video when I get another BattlBox, because each theme is really, really different and has some really different stuff in it. But I think these two are a good way to start, and I'm happy with my birthday present.